Tonight, we delve into 5 spine-tingling encounters with the supernatural. These chilling, true ghost stories originate from eyewitness accounts who swear these events actually transpired. Settle in, check over your shoulder, and prepare for a haunting evening reliving these disturbing brushes with the paranormal. The ghost ship the Carol A. Deering. In 1921, a schooner called the Carol A. Deering was found run aground on the shores of Cape Hatteras, North Carolina. Not a soul was on board, and the crew was never seen again. But what struck rescuers as eerie was the fact that personal belongings, galley items, and even the ship's lifeboats remained perfectly in place, as if the crew had simply vanished. Some theorize the Deering fell victim to pirates. Others suggest the crew met a disastrous demise at the hands of the graveyard of the Atlantic's treacherous shoals. But legends speak of a ghost vessel in those waters, forever doomed to replay that fateful night. On cold March evenings, witnesses claim to spot a tall, masted schooner that emerges from the mist, drifting silently toward land. As it nears, ghastly shrieks and pleas for help echo over the shoals. But just before it strikes shore, the phantom ship dissolves back into the fog, taking with it the spirits of the doomed Carol A. Deering, the Brown Lady of Raynham Hall. In 1835, at a country mansion called Raynham Hall, visitors spotted the ghostly figure of a woman in a brown brocade dress haunting the stairs and halls. She floats several inches off the floor with her eyes gouged out and sockets hollow. The party identified the spirit as Lady Dorothy Townshend, second wife of the Lord of Raynham Hall. Historical records verified that when her husband suspected an affair, he locked his wife away in the house for the rest of her life. Perhaps due to smallpox or violent acts, her face sustained disfiguring damage. After her repentant husband passed, Dorothy continued wandering the home where she faced such abuse and betrayal. Over 100 years later, in 1936, a photographer for Country Life magazine captured an iconic image of the Brown Lady descending the central staircase. The visual evidence cemented her place as one of the world's most famous ghosts caught on film, the exorcism of Roland Doe. A 14-year-old boy referred to as Roland Doe demonstrated the most violently hostile case of demonic possession ever recorded. After his aunt encouraged him to try contacting his recently deceased aunt through a Ouija board, Roland began exhibiting sadistic behavior, along with unexplained scratches and supernatural phenomena occurring in his presence. As priests performed multiple exorcisms over several weeks, the episodes escalated from levitations to speaking in tongues to injuring the clergyman. Reports described the boy slipping into a trance-like state with a look of pure evil emanating from him. He'd erupt with hideous laughter and claim to be demons with names like Prince of Darkness. His possession drove a priest to exhaustion, and 2 others limped away with serious injury. After 30 harrowing exorcism sessions, the clergyman finally prevailed and freed Roland's soul, the Los Feliz murder mansion. In December 1959, wealthy physician Harold Perelson bludgeoned his wife to death before attempting to kill his eldest daughter in their opulent Los Angeles estate. The little girl managed to flee, and her screams alerted neighbors who subdued the crazed doctor. Shockingly, Perelson insisted all along that the house itself drove him to murder his family. After his prosecution, the grisly murder scene remained untouched for over 50 years under a new owner. But the cursed events left an imprint. Passers-by at night reported peering into the window only to see splatters of blood reappear on the walls and floor before fading. New owners described oppressive feelings of violence, and several fled screaming from something terrifying inside. The so-called Los Feliz murder mansion's history leaves uneasy sensations of residual evil from the wicked deeds once committed there. the Gettysburg Ghosts. In one of the bloodiest battles of the Civil War, Gettysburg left 50,000 souls dead. Today, countless tourists and park employees have reported unsettling events across the pastoral countryside. Phantom soldiers appear marching in formation towards battle, rifle fire, and cannon blasts echoing over the now silent hills. Others smell gun smoke wafting near Devil's Den, where the fighting proved most intense. A sobbing woman frantically roams the grounds, still distressed over dead soldiers she could not save despite her nursing efforts. In Sachs Bridge spanning Marsh Creek, the apparition of a soldier hanging by the neck materializes. Visitors also mark the date November 19th, when ghostly battle reenactments manifest every year. The Gettysburg Ghosts refuse to relinquish the history or horror they experienced. The past and present seem to converge in areas marked by such tragedy. As we close tonight's ghostly tour, take care should your travels place you within these disturbed grounds, where the paranormal continues to relive its pain endlessly. Keep the light on and ponder the restless spirits still stalking our realm. Pleasant dreams, and stay spooky.